Hi, today is December 14th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1936 for the year, The Right Light. If you happen to be hurrying west on East 34th Street towards Lexington, you might think you are passing a guy painting, when actually you are passing a sculpture of a guy painting. The sculpture, called The Right Light, is by Seward Johnson Jr., a name that sounds suspiciously like Raymond J. Johnson Jr. You doesn't have to call either of them Johnson, but you can if you want to. Poem number 1937, it's a haiku, from the Grape beyond. The ghost of Roebuck is pissed now that Sears has got all of the glory. Poem number 1938, also a haiku, relative ease. Some of my haiku are more difficult to write than, say, the next one. And the next poem, 1939, also a haiku, but an easy one. Haiku are easy, part 15. Orange Microbus. Grape juice doesn't taste like grapes. Driving to Cherry Hill. Poem number 1940, always the answer. She told me love is always the answer, and she really meant it. When I asked her what her favorite band was, she answered Love, referring to the band with Arthur Lee. When I asked her what her favorite movie was, she answered Love, referring to the film by Gaspar Noé. When I asked her what she wanted to do after dinner, she answered Love, so we came back here. She also answered Love the next morning when I asked her what she wanted for breakfast. And when she comes back here later today and I ask her what she wants to do, I know what the answer will be, because with her, love is always the answer, and I am not complaining. Poem number 1941, She shot. She shot fire out of her eyes, and I let it burn me. She shot knowledge out of her mind, and I learned. She shot water out of her mouth, and I let it drown me. She shot directions, and that's how I was found. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1942, Licorice Pizza. I liked every Paul Thomas Anderson film except Licorice Pizza, and it started with the title. I think Licorice Pizza is a terrible name for a movie. I also think licorice is a terrible thing to put on pizza. I also don't like black licorice, although I love red licorice, but red licorice isn't even really licorice, so it probably shouldn't be called licorice. I don't even like the word licorice because it looks like it shouldn't be pronounced the way it is pronounced. Then yesterday, I rewatched Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and I liked it even more than I did the first time. But then in the closing credits, I saw that Licorice Pizza was thanked in the closing credits, and I went, whoa, like I was Jess Spicoli. So Licorice Pizza is a real thing, I said to no one, and I looked it up, and it was a Southern California record store chain. And so now I think I may have to watch Licorice Pizza again just to make sure. But don't ask me. I messed up this whole poem. All right, let me just take it from. But then in the closing credits, I saw that Licorice Pizza was thanked in the closing credits. And I went, whoa, like I was Jess Spicoli. So Licorice Pizza is a real thing, I said to no one. I looked it up, and it was a Southern California record store chain. And so now I think I may have to watch Licorice Pizza again just to make sure. But don't ask me to try licorice again, because that's not happening. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.